Hey guys, Matt McQuinn here. Today we are going to be checking out hunter.io. We are going to be looking at how to use the email finder and the domain search function to find leads for your business. It's going to be really fast, really easy. We're also going to cover coldlytics.com, which will show you how you can build a lead list without knowing the domains, without knowing the person's name. But Hunter's a great tool if you do know those pieces of information. So let's start there. We're going to jump in right now and check that out. We're going to start by looking for a lead at Ford Motor Company. Let's go into domain search and search for Ford.com, which is of course the domain for Ford. And when we click on this, we can see that we've got over 2,000 results. Now, obviously we want to filter that down. We, first of all, don't want any generic email addresses. So let's switch this to personal instead of generic. We'll apply that filter. That brought us down some. And then in the department, we're going to go ahead and select executive. So we're looking for a decision maker at Ford. Let's click on apply filter. Here we go. We've got 5 results left. We have a vice president, group vice president, board member, vice president again, and another VP. So this is how easy it is to know the company that you're looking for, to come in and find more information about it. Now, if you're not sure exactly what the domain is, we can go back out to search, and we can search for like a tech company like Anchor, for example, and we can see if it appears up in here. Now, I don't see the Anchor company that I'm looking for. So let's take another example. Let's look for Reebok. If we search for Reebok, we can quickly see the Reebok logo, and there's different country domains. So we're going to take Reebok.com and do another one of these. We'll set the type to personal rather, and apply filter. And then we're going to come over to department. We're going to select executive. And when we apply these filters, we go from 400 and some results to 1 result with the phone number. We've got the CEO of Reebok's email address right here. This is how powerful this tool can be. Now, here's where it gets interesting. It doesn't always, especially like these are major public companies in this example. But if you were to search for something more niche, something very specific like Coldlytics.com, which is our company, let's see what happens when we type in Coldlytics. We have Coldlytics.com. You can see already it's previewing that there's no results. But if we go over to the Finder, if we type in Coldlytics.com and we type in the full name of myself, Matthew McQuinn, it found my email address, matthew@coldlytics.com. Now, the same thing will work for my co-founder. If we search for Richard Francis, it's going to pull up his email as well, which is perfect. So if you have more niche, more companies that are not necessarily a publicly traded company, then this can be a great tool. You can use the email finder over here opposed to the generic search tool. So these are 2 ways to use hunter.io that I strongly recommend you trying out for yourself. And here's where Coldlytics comes into this. We actually help people build lists without needing to know who the decision makers are already, and without scraping kind of the abyss of the internet. We actually use human research to go out and find the correct decision maker and to find the email address of that person. We scrape company information, but our team of human researchers are experts in actually finding those contacts. So let's jump in. We'll show you very quickly how Coldlytics works. If we go to coldlytics.com, you can log right in or sign up for your free account. We'll click on the plus new button at the top of your screen now, and we're going to start by setting how many leads we're looking for. So let's say we're looking for 1,000 leads, and let's just take plumbers for this example. We'll say that we're looking for 1,000 plumbers in a certain area. We want the owners of those plumbing businesses. We could come in and we could type plumbers in the industry, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to start with Google Maps, because Google Maps has every service business. They have most businesses in general on a Google business profile. If the company hasn't made one, Google will even make one for the company. You'll see a little badge that says, "Is this your business? Claim your business profile now." So this is a great way for us to source data and have a pretty conclusive list of companies that potentially we can source leads for. So let's go for, instead of realtors in Illinois, we'll take plumbers. We'll run our search here, plumbers in Illinois. So immediately we get this list back of plumbing companies in Illinois. This is fantastic. If we can get a lead at each of these companies, maybe we could do some business. Maybe we could sell our products to them. Or if you're a new wholesaler in town, maybe you can get an account open with those plumbing companies as you try to break into a new market. Let's jump back over to Coldlytics. We're going to paste this link right here into Google Maps and enter. So now we've said we're looking for 1,000 companies, 1 contact per company. We're looking for the owner or founder of these companies. And here's the list of companies that we're going to start with doing our research from. And that tells us that you're looking for plumbers in a certain area. We'll click on, now let's take a step further for a second. If you wanted to come down here and say that, it's bigger than Illinois, you could say, please search within 500 miles of Illinois. Or you could just say countrywide, for example. So let's go ahead and click on that next button. We're going to get into the data points now. We're looking at every time you get the first and last name of the person, their job title, and the company they're at, as well as the email address for that person and a link to the company website. If we dive into this list, we've got link to their LinkedIn profile. We can get their address for the company, and we break it up into the city, state, zip, etc. We can get the phone number for the business and the phone number, which we call direct dial, of that specific person. We can find out how many reviews they have and what their Google review score is on Google. We can also give you a link to that profile and tell you whether or not the business has claimed that Google business profile. We can get you the company Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok and Twitter profile links. So we get all their social media links if you need them. We can also look and see if they have advertising pixels installed on their website. If you're selling PPC services, this is a great insight to know that they've already invested a little bit of time, energy, and probably money into advertising versus not knowing this information. So if they have a pixel installed, great intel for you if that's something you sell. We can also tell you if they've built their website with WordPress, if they have an e-commerce function on their website. So if there's a checkout functionality on there, we can tell you that. We can also tell you if they have Google Analytics installed on their website. And then last but not least, my favorite is page speed. We can tell you how fast their page loaded. Add this in addition to whether or not they've Google Analytics installed. It makes for a pretty nice sales pitch to be able to say, hey, your page loaded in 4 seconds. Your competitor, XYZ Plumbing, is loading in 2 seconds, which is what Google recommends. If you want to move up in the rankings and rank like some of your competitors to start getting more and more phone calls for your plumbing services, then we're going to need to increase the speed of your website. And I can show you how to do that. Wow, what a powerful pitch, right? So this is the power of good data, guys, and starting with a good list. Coldlytics is all about that. So what you would do next is come over here, you give this list a name. We'll call it Plumbers in Illinois. We'll hit that green start task button. Boom, you were to apply 1,000 credits to do this. If you want to check out our pricing, it is all on our homepage. And if you have any questions, use this chat bubble in the bottom right corner. It goes to myself and my co-founder. We manage this chat ourselves. We'd be happy to answer your questions and help you guys get started. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.